YouTube, man, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Hope y'all doing good, man. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make beats for HUNXHO since he dropped his brand new album called Thank God yesterday. I listened to it and I really enjoyed the album. HUNXHO is also one of my favorite artists at the moment, and I figured since I really enjoy listening to his music, might as well make a video explaining on how to make those types of beats, inspired by his new album, of course. For the people watching who are subscribed to my channel and have never heard of HUNXHO before, or have never listened to one of his songs before, I really suggest y'all to check his music out after this video, of course, especially if you like the type of beats that I make on my channel. And that's pretty much it, man. So let's get right into the cook up. Let's get it. Alright, man, as y'all can see, got FL Studio pulled up right here. When I was listening to the album, I noticed that he used a lot of different types of beats with a lot of different types of emotions linked to the beats. But for today's beat, I'm gonna set the BPM first. I'm gonna speed it up to something quite fast. Let's go for 169. As for the emotion of the beat, I'm gonna gravitate more towards the emotional side since that were the songs on the album that I enjoyed listening to the most. And that's why for the first sound, I got Analog Lab pulled up. I think I want to start out with a pad, a very soft sound to really set that emotion. So I'm gonna go into the pads category right here and just browse to the presets till I find a preset that sounds good. Let's try using that, man. Sounds interesting. As for the scale, I'm gonna start out with F sharp minor. So I'm making more emotional types of samples. I always like to start out with some chords, but before doing that, I'm gonna get started on the root notes of the chords. So most of the time when building chord progressions, the first chord of that chord progression, the root note of that chord would be the note of the scale that it's in. So in this case, that would be F sharp. But I'm thinking of switching it up a little bit, so kind of delaying that F sharp a little bit to build more tension towards that F sharp. It's gonna make sense later on. So instead of F sharp, like I said, let's start out with the first chord on C sharp. Extend that a little bit. From C sharp, let's go to B, down to F sharp. Let's see how that sounds. Alright, sounds good. Really builds up that tension towards the root note F sharp. Pitch it down a few octaves to introduce some more lower frequencies. Pitch it up. Alright, so now we got the root notes locked in. You feel me? Like really, those C sharp and the B really like gravitate towards the F sharp. They really want to go down to that F sharp. That's what builds that tension. Just that's a root note of the scale. Like it really eases out at the F sharp. It's probably some sort of music theory term for this, but if you know what I mean, let me know in the comments, man. So now we got the root notes locked in. I'm gonna get started on building the chords on top of those root notes. So I'm gonna just skip one note in the scale. Yeah, like how that sounds, man. So now we got some basic triad chords. Think I'm gonna pitch it down an octave. A lot of emotion to it. See how it sounds with the middle notes pitched up an octave. Sounds really good. So of course the chords that we started out with were fairly basic, and a thing that I like to do to kind of spice up those basic chords is by adding some notes on top of the chords to introduce some new frequencies, some new notes. So for that first chord, let's try the middle note G sharp by pitching that up an octave right here. G sharp again. Sounds really good, adds a lot of tension to it as well. Of course, you would expect that F sharp right there, so we pitch up that G sharp right here, but you don't want your chords to be too predictable. Otherwise, your chord progression would just get boring real quick. I like how the chords sound. Great foundation to start out with, got a lot of emotion to it. Like I said, last thing I'm gonna do is highlight all the notes of the chords. Press Alt or Option R to randomize the velocities of the chords to kind of switch them up a little bit. And also I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna do to that first melody layer, since I don't want to overcomplicate this beat. I want to keep this beat fairly simple since the beats on the album were also fairly simple. And I think that's also because HUNXHO likes to use a lot of autotune on his vocals, and I think a crowded, busy beat will really like clash with that autotune on his vocal a lot. So that's why you want to keep these beats fairly simple. So like I said, this is the last thing that I'm gonna do to it. Actually, I lied. I'll pitch it down to G minor instead of C sharp minor. Let's process it a little bit since it sounded very, very dry right now. And for the effects on those chords, I want to make the chords sound very spacious, very ambient. But of course, I'm going to start out with an EQ. Just get rid of some of the unwanted frequencies. For example, the sub lows. It's very muddy in the sub lows, so I'm going to get rid of those. Bring out some of those low mids, add some warmth, and some presence. Fairly simple. It's pretty much for the EQing. Actually, I'm gonna pitch that D down to G right here to complement this note. Sounds a little bit better. So for the other effects, I'm gonna compress it a little bit. This LA two-way, just kind of even it out a little bit. Push those quiet and loud parts a little bit closer together. I think I'm gonna also add some distortion and some reverb on it. So let's add that. All right, so I ended up adding some shaper box to automate the volume a little bit, so it kind of fades in smoothly. Also added some radiator right here, South Toys 5 bundle, to add some saturation, distortion to it. Ended it out with some reverb. I think that's pretty much it for this pad. I'm gonna turn it down though, since I kind of want to tuck it in the back a little bit more. I don't want it to be too present. So I'm gonna add some more layers to it that complement this pad. So let's add some more to it. For the next sound, like I said, I want to complement this pad, but I'm looking for a preset that's a little bit more present. So a preset that sounds a little bit more pushed to the front, if that makes sense. So I got Omnis here put up for that. I'm gonna go into the keyboard section, I think, and I'm gonna rebuild those chords real quick, like that. Pitch that middle note up, keep it like this. Layering is very important when using pads, making ambient melodies, samples. Like how this preset sounds right here, can't felt 10 type shit. And I'm gonna randomize the chords individually, so the voicing sounds different. Feel me? Turn it up a little bit. Of course, starting out with an EQ, boosting some of that presence. Gotta add some compression to this. So add a compressor to that. Lower that presence just a little bit. Let's also add some distortion to that. Distortion makes it sound crazy, bro. Add a lot of distortion on it. Sounds really good. I think I want to take out some of those sub lows. So I'm adding another EQ after that distortion. Like that. So also add a lot of reverb to this layer. Ooh. Where's the wet knob up to 100%? Well, that's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let's keep it like that. That's all. Next, I think some sort of grand piano will really like add some character and some body to this sample, since we got two very ambient sounds right now. Once again, just copy over the chords. Maybe pitch this up. Yeah, there's a lot of body to that sound, to that sample. Piano is also a very emotional instrument. Matches it perfectly. So we pan that previous sound to the left. I think I'm gonna pan it to the right. Pan that piano to the left just a little bit. To kind of stereoize it a little bit. Alright. Let's also take out some of those sub lows. Take out some of that muddiness. Boost that presence. I'm not going to boost the lower mids, since the other two pads are very present in that frequency range. Especially with these types of beats, these types of samples, you really want those chords to carry the emotion, to really breathe, you feel me? Without too many counter melodies and all that stuff, to really give the artist a lot of space to also use his voice as an instrument, if that makes sense. But of course, you don't want your sample to sound too static, so to add some variety, I'll kind of step away from those chords a little bit. I'm gonna open up Arcade and find some sort of ambient vocal to layer it with. Can't go wrong with that distant voices bank, bro. God, whoa, what the fuck? Try this one, bro. Damn. I always like to turn off all the effects within that Arcade bank, since I like to add my own effects to my vocal chops. It's kind of crazy. Well, that's hard, bro. For the ones who watch my videos, y'all know how I like to kind of process my vocal phrases, like to shelf it with an EQ. Like sort of with a shelf like that. Give it some of the unwanted frequencies as well. Next, I like to add some distortion to it, maybe some reverb too. Add some compression to it, just kind of even the sound out. Pan it out with a shaper box, just kind of separate it from the rest. Also added some distortion to that, just add some presence. Last time add some reverb to that. Blends in perfectly, bro. Like I said, adds some more melody to it. That makes sense. Y'all know what time it is, bro. Gotta add some guitar on this sample. Damn. Bro, by the way, for the people asking where my guitar came from, I bought this shit for 50 bucks, bro. You don't need to spend a lot to be able to make good samples, bro. Trust me. Bro, I'm just press record and see what I can come up with, man. without effects. Solid, bro. I bet. Of course, start out with some EQing. Bring out that presence, that warmth. Next, I'm add some compression, chorus, delay, reverb, all that stuff. That's hard too, bro. It's tough, bro. Like I said, distortion, delay, chorus, reverb. That's perfect, bro. Yeah. Like I said before, I didn't want to overcomplicate this sample right here. We got 5 layers, and I think that's pretty much all we need when it comes to the arrangement. I want to let the chords breathe, leave a lot of space for the artist. So I think that's pretty much it for the sample. So lay down some drums, man. Let's get it. Alright, man. Of course, every single drum sample that I'm gonna be using for today's beat came from my HUNXHO and Rookie Season Drumkit, man. Both out right now. First link down in the description. These kits are being used by industry producers, Billboard producers, and me myself in every single one of my videos. Both of these kits got every single drum sound in it you need, man, to lay down hard drums, from 808s to bonus loops, claps, effects, hi-hats, kicks, open hats, percussion, snares, and some FL Studio themes. Also gonna be using some sounds on my new upcoming unreleased make-believe drum kit. Y'all make sure to go subscribe to the channel and follow me over on Instagram to stay notified when I drop this kit, man. I'll see y'all go crazy in the comments. Gonna be my best drum kit yet. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. So for the drums on this beat, I think I'm gonna start it with a catchy hi-hat pattern as well as a snare pattern. So I'm gonna just play the beat and see what hi-hat matches best with the sample, of course. Go to my HUNXHO drum kit for the hi-hat. Like using this one right here. Go for that hi-hat right there. I've been using this snare a lot for my make-believe drum kit. Snare right here, so I think I'm using it this beat as well. I'm started with the snare pattern to really set that bounce, and after that I'm kind of balance the hi-hats around the snare pattern, because I don't think I'm gonna add a 2-step hi-hat to this beat. Something like that. Take that one out. So next for the hi-hat pattern, of course, for the foundation, I'm gonna go for a 2-step, but like I said, I don't want to keep it too basic, so I think I might take some notes out, play around with the velocities just to kind of create some swing in the drums. Feel me like crazy, a lot of swing, bro. Back when I used to play the drums, like when playing on a live drum set for the hi-hat bounce, you feel me, like you usually swing like this, you feel me, like you go up and down in like kind of swing around in harshness, if that makes sense, bro. But it's a realistic pattern too, bro. So randomize some of the velocities a little bit. Yeah. That's a lot of bounce to it, bro. Play around with the pitch as well. Pitch some notes down, maybe take some notes out right here. Yeah, well, that's crazy, bro. Alright, next for the 808, I think I'm gonna just go for spins out of my HUNXHO drum kit. I think I'm gonna turn that 808 down and layer it with a kick just to kind of add even more punch to the beat. I'm gonna go into these chords that we started out with, copy over those root notes, and of course paste those into the 808 pattern. So next, while following the root notes, I'm gonna just create some sort of bounce with the 808. Leave a lot of room right here. Yeah. Anyway, by itself, going crazy, bro. They're fairly simple at first, but like I said, we let those chords breathe. But of course, like I said, turn the 808 down. Let's go into my Rookie Season drum kit. Let's get this kick right here. Next for the kick pattern, I'm just follow the 808s, maybe add some kicks in between to add even more swing, more bounce to it. Yeah, maybe add this kick right in front of the 7th bar. Turn it down a little bit. Yeah, that's tough. Sidechain the 808 with the kick a little bit. Make it punch even harder. A lot of bounce to it, bro. Next, to complement those drums, I'm gonna add an open hat to that. Let's go into my Rookie Season drum kit. Got this open hat right here. Like 90% of the times when laying down open hats, I like to add my open hats on the 3rd grit right here. Remember, like right in front of the snare. That's a lot of bounce to it. Yeah. That's all, bro. Alright, one of the last things I'm gonna add to it is a counter snare just to kind of swing in between the drums, complement the main snare, of course. Going to my half-a-cent drum kit, like using this snare right here. Filling that gap right here. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for the drums as well. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I wanted to keep this beat fairly simple since HUNXHO used a lot of auto-tune on his vocals. I think it turned out pretty accurate, man. But y'all make sure to let me know in the comments down below what y'all thought of today's beat. That's pretty much it, man. So we ended up with. Yeah, this shit accurate, man. Yeah. A lot of space, a lot of room in. Yeah. Tough. Alright, man, so that's pretty much it. That's how I make beats inspired by HUNXHO's new album. So like always, really want to thank y'all for watching the video all the way to the end. Really hope that y'all enjoyed the video and learned something from the video as well. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video, of course. Also, if you got any video suggestions, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'll read every single comment under every single one of my videos, man. Also, make sure to check out my drum kits if you enjoyed the drum sounds that I used in today's video. I'm gonna have it linked down in the first link down in the description. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram to stay notified when I drop new videos, new kits, and all that. And that's pretty much all I got for today's video, man. So I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out.